Hello, my name is James Linderman. I'm here in my studio in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. I teach piano and guitar and coach songwriters, and I teach here in the studio now, as well as over Zoom and Skype and FaceTime. A lot of people ask me, what do piano lessons look like? What could I expect from a piano lesson? Certainly, with a younger beginner, we're looking at starting off by learning the names of the piano keys so they can identify those locations on the piano, those notes. We have charts like this that go into a student's binder and help them to begin to memorize all of these locations across the instrument. Uh, Most students who are younger would start with pieces of music they select out of a binder of collection of music that I have already, and a piece of music like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star has the note names written in already, so it's easy to guide a student through with a chart like this and help them through finding these locations, essentially guiding them through and showing them where those notes are, and eventually they're going to be able to find them themselves. You Are My Sunshine, similar kind of piece of music. Um, the goal eventually will be to getting a student to be able to play something a little bit more complicated, maybe a little more contemporary, if that's interesting to them. So something like the Beatles' Yellow Submarine is a very popular choice in just the right hand. Another goal beyond that would be two-handed pieces, but still with the note names written in, and students are beginning to involve the left hand into that. A much larger goal, and a good eventual one, is to be able to play without note names written in. But how this really helps is that if a student has a really robust collection of songs that they really like, they've been able to come in and request songs, or I can show them a bunch of pieces from a binder and they'll make selections of songs that they really enjoy playing, then they're already playing a bunch of pieces before we start to deal with the larger task of learning how to read notation. And we'll work on those two skills concurrently and get them both of those things, both those skills learned. Also, if they have a large collection of pieces, they're also able to also indicate what kinds of pieces they've liked more than others, and we can begin to curate a collection of songs at the next level that they reach, that they can continue to enjoy. I also teach people songs that they really like and songs that they select themselves, because students don't work for me, I work for them. Students and parents hire me, and it becomes apparent that, here at least, that I'm working for their benefit. We're looking to find pieces of music that will have a magnetic pull to the instrument, so they're really attracted to practicing, because being able to practice, of course, is advancement. Um, so another thing that happens here is that students, if they're having difficulty with a particular piece of music, they've used up their lesson time and we're getting to close to the end of their lesson, and they either have a difficulty comprehending the task or technically having difficulty with the task, then I'll make a video, a support video for that piece of music or for that particular skill, send it to a student or a parent in an email attachment, and then a student can look at that through the week and get a lot of support from that video, be able to start and stop it and work on smaller parts of it, and remember what they've worked on. Students, particularly the beginning stages, will request videos, and I'm happy to produce them for them. Students can also learn contemporary pieces. They can learn how to chord on the piano very similarly to how a guitar player would chord on the guitar, and learn contemporary pieces, popular pieces that they request. And the goal is for students to continue to enjoy the pieces that they select, and then be able to ask for things that will enhance their advancement as they're continuing to get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I offer free consultation at the beginning of lessons, so we get to meet, and people can find out more about how we respond to their particular goals. If their goals are, more intricate or more complicated, then I would just like to start to learn how to play this instrument. And lessons here are very affordable as well. I charge $80 a month based on a half-hour weekly lesson. That's about 2/3 of what many other places charge. People ask me all the time why I charge less than everyone else. It's because I like to teach a lot. I teach better when I teach a lot. And so by having a lot of students, I find that I can do a better job, and I really enjoy teaching. I have a great enthusiasm for it. So the more I teach, the more I like it, and the more I teach, the more interesting it is. I also get to teach more different kinds of people, as it's affordable to more kinds of people. And I also get to keep students longer. I have some students here now that I've been teaching for over 10 years. And you get to see how people develop and grow as people, but also how they grow as musicians as well. You get unlimited free reschedules here. If you miss a lesson under any circumstances, that lesson gets rescheduled to another time. You can either email me and ask me for the available times through that same week. So there's a consistency of learning. You don't miss lessons through the week, or you can bank those lessons for any period of time. And your reschedules that you from your missed lessons, they never expire. As long as you're enrolled in lessons here, those reschedules don't expire. I reward referrals. So 3 things happen. One of 3 things. If you are taking lessons here and you refer me or recommend me to another student, and that student signs up and gets started, that month of lessons is on the house. It's a small token of my appreciation for people recommending me. If you don't take lessons here, you can gift those lessons to a student that does take lessons here, or someone else who might want to start. As of right now, I'm also offering to send people a gift card for the amount, or an e-transfer for the amount of that month of lessons if they refer me and they just don't happen to want lessons or need lessons for themselves, but have recommended me. The person who signs up has to let me know who's recommended them, so make sure that if you recommend me, that person knows that you did that job. And if a number of people have recommended me, I then ask that student whose recommendation had the greatest impact on them being here. That person will obviously get that reward and be rewarded for that referral. That's about it. People come in, they take their lessons, and if you want to contact me about lessons, you can reach me at my email address. It's jameslinderman@rogers.com. It's JamesLinderman@rogers.com. And thanks very much.